Out with Rico and Carla is about to go live online. Catch select moments of All Out hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun. Mid-mornings on The Monster. Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, or twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Carla Aguas. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey, it's all about living the dream on today's episode. You know how it goes, man. It's a fantastic Friday. We got to make it extra fantastic. Why? Because we are being joined by a lady that's currently on a world tour doing her own thing. You know how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back to the show none other than J Rey Soul. Hey, how you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
Good, just chilling. You know, so proud that, you know, all the things that you have done, you have accomplished and everything, you know. So how's everything so far?
Everything's great. I've just been focused on working right now. I've just been working a lot lately, reading a couple of books to help me with growth and mental health. Also, right now, we're in the middle of touring. Right now I'm in Miami. I just got back from Paris, France a couple of hours ago. Tomorrow we have Latin Billboard Awards.
Hey, okay.
Pretty exciting, very exciting. We're hoping we get a win. Hoping we get a win. But it's a great honor, a great blessing to be nominated alongside amazing artists. Yeah, so I've just been working really a lot lately.
You know, I mean, especially with the summertime in the US, right? You know, it just passed. And the tour of Paris, France and everything. But, you know, was this something that you've always been, you know, dreaming of? This is living the dream for you. You know, take us through the time when they offered you the peace job and they have you singing. And how was that first time on stage?
It was insane. It actually didn't happen overnight. So I met Apple when I was 16 years old. That was probably like 7 years ago. 7 years ago. And then after that, a year later, he was like, you know what? I want to introduce you to my best friends in LA. And I think you should fly to LA so we could work on your music, produce some stuff for you. So I was flying in and out of LA for a year. And then at one point, I was just in the studio for a month or 2 months every night, right? And then I was in the studio every night. I was recording in my booth, and then Will walked in. And when Will walked in, he was like, who's this record playing right now? Like, who's this singing? And then the engineer was like, oh, that's Jessica, that's J Rey. And he's like, what? That's you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, well, come to my booth, come to my studio, you know, like across the room, come to my studio. I want to record stuff with you. So then we started recording stuff together. And then after that, they were getting back and they needed a female singer. And at that point, it was still all up in the air. I'm like, what are we going to do? Okay, let's try Nicole Scherzinger. But I think Nicole Scherzinger had like her own thing going for herself. She was busy with TV shows and all that. So another thing they try is like, okay, we'll see J Rey, let's try it. And then we did, and then I think the audition went well. So I'm still here. 3 years later, I'm still here.
And you know, with you auditioning and getting the parts, of course, of the chorus parts and everything of the songs and the female vocal parts, now comes the first gig. When they introduced you, how did the fans receive you? I mean, you know, they are used to seeing Fergie. Now it is J Rey Soul. It is something impressive. Different vocal range, different vocal style. How did they receive you on stage?
Well, honestly, everywhere we went, it was like that energy where people are like looking at me. They're like, who is this girl? Like, where's Fergie? You know, it's just crazy. Imagine stepping onto the stage where people are expecting another female to step in there. You know, it was just like a lot of pressure. So what I did was just like, I prayed a lot. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna try to like do my best when I step on that stage, and hopefully they like it. So every time I sing, I step on that stage after the show, they start liking me. So I guess it worked. Yeah, but
And,
before that
uh,
stuff, they have an idea. Oh my God, there's a new girl. Like we don't like that. We don't like that. But then when I start singing and after the show, they're amazing. Yeah.
and it's a different energy, it's a different vibe. Now, what you think you brought into the piece now? You know, you doing your own thing, but you know, when you stepped on that stage, is it more dance moves? What kind of vibe did you try to bring in there?
I'd say more a whole different energy. More I feel like the youth, um, just the energy, a different energy. You know, that's all I could say for
I mean,
now.
especially with Mamacita, the music video, it was great. I mean, my goodness, big ups on that. Now,
Thank you.
also, one of the things that we've come to see is singing the Philippine national anthem at the Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, it's different when you sing the national anthem, and it's different when everybody's watching you. Were you nervous that you wouldn't want to mess up any of the lines?
That was a crazy time because the last time I sang the Philippine national anthem was when I was in high school. I was in the Philippines, right? So that was a couple of years ago. And then I was in LA, and then I found out that Pacquiao was fighting. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I know Apple and Manny are friends, right? So I was like, Coach, I want to sing the national anthem of the Pacquiao fight. And he's like, oh yeah, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. So he's like, okay, we're gonna go to his training, right? So we went to his training. It's a very funny story. It's a long story, but I'll make it short. We went to the training. We tried to hunt him for 3 days, right? And then I've met him before at a Clippers game. I've met him there before, but I don't think he remembers. But I met him again, and then Apple was like, hey, Manny, so do you have a national anthem singer yet? And then he's like, oh, no, I'm still looking for one. And then Coach is like, oh, well, I got a girl for you. This, like, you know, J Rey, like, she's from the Philippines. She's Filipino. And then Manny's like, what? You're Filipino? I'm like, Laguna po ako. He's like, oh my God, you can sing the national anthem? I'm like, yeah, I can sing the Philippine national anthem. He's like, okay, you know, let's schedule a day where like I will hear you sing the national anthem or the Philippine national anthem. I was like, let's do it right now. And then I started singing Bayong, and then he's like, okay, we'll do it.
So it was an on-the-spot audition
I
at
had
Wildcard Gym.
I knew
And
he
that
was
was it.
busy. I knew he was busy. I knew he was a busy man. And when he said, "Oh, let's schedule a day," I was like, "Let's just do it right now. This is the moment. This is." I feel like this is where luck comes from. When preparation meets opportunity. You know, so that's why I believe that we always have to be prepared for this moment. We have to stay ready, because at that moment when he's like, let's schedule something, I was like, no, let's do it right now. So I started singing. So I'm just blessed, to be honest. Really
Now,
blessed.
you know, did you find out he's running for president now?
Yes.
And, you know, how do you feel about it? I mean, would you be the one to sing again, given the chance?
Yeah. yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what if he wins, right? You never know. You never know. So we will see.
I think he has a chance of
Yeah.
big chance of winning. Yeah.
And you know, the accolades that you have achieved from singing the national anthem for Manny Pacquiao's fight. Now, you know, you've traveled. Before we talk about your first solo single, your single for your solo effort. Now, this is gonna be cool. Now, with you traveling all over the world, what are the most memorable stuff that's been happening now? You know, for 2020, 2021 for you?
Memorable stuff that's happening. Honestly, I found out that we are performing at Global Citizen in Paris, which is like, we're going to be performing at the Eiffel Tower, I think, at that area. So I feel like that's a dream come true for me. And another thing we're doing after Paris is perform at the pyramids in Egypt.
Wow.
Very, very exciting, because, you know, when I was a kid, I was just reading about Egypt Nile River at our
Mhm.
from our history books. So now my teacher hit me up. And he's like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "So they're like so excited about it." Yeah.
And speaking of exciting stuff, you do have a single out. Tell us about it. And what was the video shot and who was behind the video?
Yeah. So I have a new song out called "Pull Up," featuring will.i.am and Nile Rodgers.
Mhm.
The song is about just getting away, like just being free, like escaping that day to day life. We've been in a pandemic, and I know a lot of times we were just thinking like, I wish one of my friends could just pull up and take me away. Like I was feeling that that exact moment. So Will and I came together.
Mhm.
He brought the idea to the table. He's like, "Oh, I'm working with AMG, and I kind of want to, do this song, right?" I was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm down." And then I was like, "Feels like it has like a disco vibe to it." And he's
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, let's bring in some amazing musicians, like a super great bassist player or something like that." And
Mhm.
then he was like, "Oh my God, we'll bring in Nile Rodgers." I'm like, "Now Roger, you mean like that Diana Ross? I'm coming out now Rogers, like
Mhm.
that now Rogers?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then just came about. It's just amazing, and the video was insane from the looks to like the styles of it. It's just
Mhm.
I'm just so happy about it. So happy about this
You
art.
know, the music video is hot. It's very revealing too. Who thought of that? Who made the dress?
So actually, the dress is by Gucci. So
Okay.
it's fashion. I was
Mhm.
actually exact thing I was thinking. I was thinking when I made that video, I'm like, oh, what are like my people from the Philippines are gonna think? I'm like, oh, what
Mhm.
are they gonna think? And then I was thinking specifically, what is my dad gonna think? What is he gonna what I did, I had to be strategic about it. What I
Mhm.
did, it was like I played the video to my sister and my brother before it came out. So they're gonna do the talk to my dad, they could have that conversation. But I told him I had a conversation with my dad. I'm like, hey, like, Papa, like, I don't know, may kanta akong lalabas, we've been
Mhm.
waiting for this for a long time. So tapos, lalabas na siya next week, ganon. And then when it came out, I was waiting for his comment. I was like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? And then he was just like, I'm very proud of you, Anaf. Like, very good job. And I was like, oh, he's happy. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, just making your family and your loved ones proud.
Ano na, no? As they say, ano, ready ka na for matured roles. as
Oh my
as they would say,
God. My brother
right?
was like, oh my God, I forgot that you're grown now. I'm like, I am.
Now,
But yeah, it's more fashion, as artists,
Mhm.
you have to be a risk taker.
And one thing with you is like with all the accolades that we wish we could have you for long, but with time is always limited. We can't have our halo halo at the lobby again. But many of your fans and many of those that dream to be part of reality shows and everything, you sure surpassed them all. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were doing your thing, people are like, okay, there's some doubts, but then you just went on with it. You have any advice for those that are sort of afraid and somehow trying to pave a way to make a name for themselves?
Honestly, just believe in yourself first. It might
Mhm.
sound cliche, but like believe in yourself first. Because if you don't believe in yourself and in your art, it's gonna translate. That's what's gonna translate to the audience. That's
Mhm.
what's gonna translate to people. Like if you step on stage and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, people are gonna feel that. So you gotta be there, be confident, believe in yourself, and just do it. Just do it. You got this.
Oh my goodness. Just keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying? And when you're back in the country, can't wait to hang with you and see you back here. Message for all our kababayans. I know you're on the world tour, but there are a lot of kababayans worldwide and also the monsters as well. What's your message?
Just stay safe, everybody. Stay safe, and I can't wait to see everybody again. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support since the beginning, and we are just getting started. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. J
Thank
Rey,
you,
you take
Rico.
care. All right, and we'll catch you again soon. All right,
Hello, hello.
peace.
Soon.
Yeah, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, J Rey Soul, just like everybody else who love to dream, you can do it too. All you got to do is believe in yourself. That's what she said. And keep on supporting her music. Request for the song here at Monster RX93.1. Till then, on behalf of Carla Aguas, my name is Rico. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another exciting interview.